Yes.
All right. So the RD Fitness Project 2018 officially comes to an end, and your journey towards well-being has just about begun. Because for me, watching all of you get fitter and fitter with every passing week has just about begun. There is Parul Lakhani who writes to me saying that she's rid of her blood pressure drugs. There is Shri Velankar who is saying that she is no longer feeling weak in her joints and is able to go for her drives and her treks and has even started strength training. There is wait, I forget your names. There is Sharmila who says that she's changed everything in her kitchen and has actually seen an improvement in her iron levels after she has shifted to iron kadais. So for all this wonderful feedback that is coming, I guess the major learning for all of us has been that if we just stop counting food as protein, carbohydrate and fat, and if we actually see it as the big picture that it is meant to be, something which nourishes us, something which is meant to be local, something which we need to eat according to the season, something which we need to eat as per occasion, something that we should be grateful for, then it does make life much simpler. And in simplicity lies sustainability, and in sustainability really lies our success. None of us is fit today because we were on this program. We are much fitter, we are healthier because we took daily efforts towards cleaning our lifestyle. We did it one step at a time. We did it in a way which was uncomplicated. We did it in a way which could go from week 1 to week 2, week 3 to week 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, all the way. And I hope that you continue doing this for the next 12 years and for the rest of your life. Because ladies and gentlemen, I would consider this program to be a big failure if this succeeded only if you and I met every Tuesday at 4 p.m. A program like this is a success only when I become inconsequential to your health and fitness. So now that I'm invested in you and you are invested in me, what you owe me is to keep up with all of your daily efforts. So uncomplicate the act of eating. That's how eating becomes simple, because we all know how to eat. We've been eating in a certain way for the last 5,000 years. Nutrition science is finally on the exact same page as indigenous wisdom about food, which is that food needs to be local, traditional, and needs to be eaten in its complete sense. You have countries like Brazil which are changing their nutrition guidelines to say that food is much more than sum total of all of its nutrients. It can affect climate change, it is about gender, it is about equality, it's about communities, it's about keeping diversity, it's about keeping good health, and it's really about staying productive till the last moment of our lives. That really needs to be our goal. And obviously while we stay productive till the last moment of our lives, keeping a thin waistline, glowing skin, a nice round butt, the strength, the flexibility, the stamina, all of that. So keep up with your exercise, keep up with eating right, because know that both health and fitness and food is something which you can learn about. It is something that you can get educated about. It is something that you just need to work at every single day. And in case you did not work at it today, you can work at it tomorrow. In case you did not work at it at this meal, you can work at it from the next meal. And guilt and desperation and all of those emotions have no place as far as health and fitness is concerned. So that's all that I have for you. Keep up with what you're doing. I'm very, very proud of each one of you. We will set out, we will put out some of the success stories. There was another email which came which said that, my HbA1c has gone from 10 to 5. People have managed to get off their blood pressure drugs, their diabetes drugs. People now have their TSH, which is well within control, and all of these things with just small changes. See, that's all that it takes. Small changes, but consistency is the key to success. So we will put those out. We are also releasing the form, so fill out all your details, because more than 80,000 of you had signed up in week 1. We want to track down how well you have done over the last 12 weeks, what you could keep up with, what kind of fell off track, and we really need to understand how we have moved together as a mass awareness program. Thank you so much for being with me every Tuesday, and now if you have questions, shoot.
Okay, so will you also tell them about the health markers that we are using to track?
Oh yeah. Health markers have to be much more than the metric system, because the minute you go on any kind of a metric, आपका height कितना है, आपका weight कितना है, आपका whatever कितना है, it's just another business. So the kind of things that you need to be looking for, the kind of things which actually tell you how healthy or unfit or fat you are getting, is sleep quality. Are you really sleeping well without any kind of disturbance through the night? Are you waking up fresh without needing to either put your alarm on snooze or just kick yourself out of bed? Are you really waking up fresh and energetic and enthusiastic to cope up with everything that you have to do in the day? Are you having way more sensitive hunger and satiety signals? Do you know when you get hungry, and are you unable to eat even one morsel more than what you really need to eat? Where you can no longer bow even if there is endless food, where you no longer get sugar cravings just because you had your chai and coffee. And the fourth marker is your exercise compliance. Have you just signed up for the gym, or do you actually land up going there 2 to 3 times a week? Are you actually just planning to do your Surya Namaskars, or you will actually land up doing your Surya Namaskars? So exercise compliance is also a big factor. So sleep quality, do you wake up fresh, hunger and satiety sensitivity, and exercise compliance. These are the 4 parameters that you need to look at. The reason why health professionals do not look at these parameters is because these cannot be monetized, okay? But they can be experienced, and you can track these down for yourself. And the key to staying healthy forever is to really track things down for yourself. Not allow an app, not allow a program, not allow another person to do it for you.
You're also tracking, PMS and period pain.
Yeah, that's been dramatic. I think maximum number of emails have been about how everyone's gotten rid of their PMS trouble. And imagine something as simple as just soaked raisins with 1 or 2 strands of kesar doing the trick. How close and yet so far we are from optimum health. What if we actually did these small things every single day? It can help us get rid of big issues like PCOD and PMS trouble and migraines and bloating and irritability. So it's really worth working for yourself, for your health, on your food, on a daily basis. And that's all that we really need to do. Small things, but every day.
Okay, how do we proceed from here with the fitness project?
You keep up with doing everything that you've been doing over the last 12 weeks. It's like this, that when an artist sings the most basic sur sa, that's how they realize how to sing the re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa. It comes from within. The inspiration really does come from within. I'm not saying this just because I'm sitting in Rishikesh that the inspiration comes from within, but the more you pay attention to the basics, the more you pay attention to the foundation of what it takes to stay in a good state of health and fitness, the more you will be able to evolve this on your own. I also have quite a few books which you can use as references to know how to take this program to the next level. So you can read Don't Lose Your Mind, Lose Your Weight. That's like the most foundation book. Then you can read the PCOD thyroid book. If you've already managed to get rid of your PMS trouble, but you would also like to now have now progress and not have PCOD, or really help deal with your thyroid issues and stuff like that. If you want to know how to progress in terms of exercise, there is Don't Lose Out Workout that you should be reading. If you feel emotionally bogged down by things and really want to know how do you still prioritize over, your own health over the rest of the family, then it should be Women and Weight Loss Tamasha. If you would like to know more about, what are the superfoods that you can use to help improve your micronutrient intake, or what are the ones that you're really missing out on which are worth adding to your diet, then there is Indian superfoods. And now currently I'm also working on children's book.
Okay, so what I meant was that do we need to follow all the 12 guidelines all the time, or is it okay we follow some of them?
It is important that you follow all 12 guidelines all the time. It is, you don't like just keep your favorite one and let go of the one which is really difficult. Right now I'm in Rishikesh. I'm studying yoga with a very great teacher called Usha ji, and just yesterday she said in the class that what is very important, because for all those of you who do yoga, since that invariably we find that one side of our body is it's much easier to do all kinds of asanas on one side of the body instead of doing it on the other, especially things like the handstand. It's much easier to go up with the right leg as compared to the left leg. And once we get comfortable going with the right leg, instead of taking the left leg along, we keep practicing on the right leg. So we get stronger and stronger on the right, and we neglect left more and more. And what she said yesterday in class was very beautiful, because I think it's not just with things like handstand, we do it with all kinds of things in our life. And she said that yoga is not really about getting comfortable with anything. Yoga is all about staying uncomfortable with what you're doing. It's not about seeking convenience, it's about making a choice to build that balance in your life. So if it's uncomfortable with the left, practice more with the left. If one of the guidelines is more difficult than the other, then pay more attention to the one that is difficult, because the easy one is coming easily any which way. So work on the ones that are tough also.
Okay, last question. Will you be available to us now that the project is over?
Of course. Why do you think I'm sitting here for? I'm very much aware that, my existence is only based on your love and on your questions, on your feedback, and on the fact that you will talk to me and you will share your lifestyles with me, you will share your stories, you will send me your feedback, you will tell me what more I can do, what all we can do better, what needs to fall off from the program. So the success of the program is really, all thanks to you. The program was started for you. The program is going on because of you. The program will restart again because of you. But right now we do need to take a small break to kind of consolidate how far we have come over the last 12 weeks. What are the things that we need to pay more attention to, and also to kind of take a break from
you are constantly available on Facebook.
But I am all the time available on Facebook, I'm all the time available on Twitter, I'm all the time available on Instagram. I'll keep reposting the guidelines through the next week.
Not reposting new things.
That I'll be reposting everything that we've been talking about, and obviously all the new information will keep coming out, a week later, because that's really my job. I'm committed to the cause of health and fitness. The better you get, the better I feel about myself. So I'm not going anywhere. You cannot get rid of me.
Will you be releasing summary of the guidelines?
Yes, I will be releasing the summary of all the guidelines over the next 1 week. All right, thank you. Lots of love, and thank you for being with me. Bye.